morning, friends. Here is our reading and writing lesson for Friday. I hope y'all have had a really great week, and I can't wait to see y'all back on Monday. We have our last new phonogram for this week, and it's one of the oi boys, and it goes along with our other new phonogram. So let me go through those first. Remember, we have A, like the font says, and in our friend Hayes' name. We have A, cannot be used at the end of a word, AI, and we see that in Dairy Queen. Then yesterday we had our first Oi with Chef Boy, RD, who makes lovely SpaghettiOs. So that's our first Oi boy, spelled with O-Y. And now today we have a new one, and it says Oi as well. But it has an I instead of a sneaky Y. So this one we do not use at the end of a word because English words do not end in I. So we will always have another letter or more than one letter after O-I, but it still says Oi. So let's look at a few words that have Oi. So again, I'll write it and leave room behind it for another letter, O-I. Oi. So the first word we're going to look at is, I'm just going to add one letter to the end of it, and I have oil. Oil. Huh. Wonder if Chef Boyardee uses some oil. Well, I can also add a letter in front of it. So I'm going to add a B, and I'm going to keep my ending oil, but I'm going to add a B, oil, boil. Ah, wonder if he needs to boil his pasta. Maybe boil in oil. All right, now I'm going to add another sound at the beginning, and I'm going to keep oi, and then I have oi, foil. That's something that a chef might use as well. I have some foil in my kitchen. Oil, boil, foil. Those all rhyme. Those are just some of the words where we see oi, one of our oi boys. All right, let me put my chef hat to the side and grab our flashcards. All right, here's oi, and I'm going to hide it somewhere in here, like I always do, to try to trick you. Okay. Change the order. Okay, here we go. Ch, ka, sh. Good. Are you saying them with me? A can be used at the end of a word. A cannot be used at the end of a word. R. Good. O. Oi can be used at the end of a word. Ow. O. A. Ah. Oops. Ah. A. Ah. Let's do that one again. Ah. A. Ah. Good. B. Oi. Our new one cannot be used at the end of a word. S. Z. Good. Two sounds. T. K. S. Ow. O. Ooh. You. Yuck. I. E. Sneaky Y. Ooh. O. Looking good. Okay, friends, we're going to have a test on Monday. I know that's rough after our big long break, but I know all of you will be successful and do a good job. All right, let's look at 2 new words to add to our list today. So let me get my underlining marker to see if we can chunk anything. So let's look way over here. Let's see if I can bring the camera closer to see if you can see it. All right, where's my spatula? All right, here we go. All right, can y'all see that right there? All right, I see one of our 2-letter phonograms, so let me underline it. All right, that says oi. So we've got b, oi, boy. Good job. And then here's our other one that we just went through, so I'm gonna underline oi. And we have oil, oil. All right, let's read all our new words from this week. I can pull the camera a little closer. There we go. All right, we have cool, feed, green, he, red, good, may, stay, play, today, now, bed, top, paint, boy, oil. Okay, good. All right, we also were introduced to a new kind of word called an adverb. So an adverb is a word that describes a verb. And this week we're working on adverbs that say when. So we have 2 of them, and I left my stars up there. So we have the word today. Today tells us when the action is going to happen. So my sentence could be saying that I'm going to do something today. So I'm going to go for a walk today. Can you tell me something you're going to do, or tell your family something you're going to do today? I'm going to... Good. I hope you thought of something. All right, let's use the word now. Sometimes we get kind of bossy with mom and dad, which we should try not to do. But I might say, maybe I'll tell Mr. Woodland, take out the trash now. He might not like that very much. Can you say something to do now? All right, I hope you thought of a good sentence to use for now. All right, friends, good job. Okay, today I have a variation of a familiar story. Ninja Red Riding Hood. I wonder how that's going to change our story of Little Red Riding Hood. Now we have another describing word. In the original story, she was Little Red Riding Hood. So we were describing her hood, or her. Maybe she was little, her hood is red, and it's a riding hood, but I don't think she's riding anything. But in this story, now we are describing her as a ninja Red Riding Hood. This is fun. Corey Rosen Schwartz wrote the story, and it's illustrated by Don Sentat. Ninja Red Riding Hood. One of my friends named Corbin got this book for our class. Ooh, look at the setting. Looks kind of scary. The wind must be blowing. Ninja Red Riding Hood. Ooh, there's some kind of poster. Once upon a ninja-filled time, a wolf couldn't catch any prey. He kept getting licked by the dinner he picked and was growing more ticked by the day. Uh-oh. The rabbit is beating him up. The turtle is beating him up. The praying mantis is beating him up. His belly was aching for bacon. I'm wasting away, he complained. To huff and to puff was no longer enough. So he snuck into school to be trained. He practiced his katas for hours and mastered the whirlwind and wheel. He jackknifed and flipped, and at last felt equipped to once again catch a good meal. Drooling with anticipation, he set off in search of some meat, while deep in the wood he met Riding Hood. I'm bringing my grandma a treat. The wolf licked his chops when he saw her and hastily thought up a plan. There are blossoms that way. You can pick a bouquet to give your little old gran. Then the wolf took a shortcut to Grandma's, where he thought that he'd find her in bed. But Granny was gone, so he put her robe on and eagerly waited for Red. I like his eyelashes and lipstick. Soon after he heard someone knocking, he called out, "My dear, come on in. Oh, don't you look good in your lovely red hood? But a shame that you've gotten so thin." Little Red took a look at her granny and said, "What on earth did you do? I could swear that your eyes have completely changed size. Hey, Gran, are you sure that it's you?" "Of course it is me, my sweet darling. The better to see you, my dear." "And your ears are so long. Something really seems wrong." "Oh, my girl, all the better to hear." "And those biceps, my gosh, they look massive, and your triceps and delts are immense." "The better for hugging," her grandmother said, shrugging. "Dear Red, that's just plain common sense." "And those teeth, they look much sharper." "Why, yes, all the better to chew." He jumped out of bed to gobble up Red. But she'd gone to ninja school too. She grappled and sideswiped and twisted and escaped from his clutches unscratched. She attempted a lock, but he managed to block. They appeared to be evenly matched. Just then, they both heard someone chopping. A woodsman, Red thought, but instead, it was Gran in her gi. She'd just come from Tai Chi. "Don't you dare harm a hair on her head." Uh-oh, here comes Gran. The wolf took a swing at that instant, but Red deftly dodged the attack. She got a good grip, she threw him over her hip, and the wolf wound up flat on his back. "I'll skedaddle," the wolf said in anguish as he struggled back up on his feet. "Just a second, you beast! You will not be released till you promise to give up red meat." Though his tummy still rumbled with hunger, the wolf faced his rival and vowed, "Ninja Red, you have won. My meat days are done." "Oh, Red Chan," said Gran, "I'm so proud." Then Red and the wolf bowed politely, and Gran gave him half her peach pie. The wolf was a mess. He'd had way too much stress. "I guess I'll give yoga a try." He enrolled at the Downward Dog Center, where his tension began to decrease. He studied with yogis. He said no to meat hoagies and felt at last truly at peace. The end. Now I'm curious. In the original Little Red Riding Hood, I would say that the main character was the girl. But in Ninja Red Riding Hood, who was the story mostly about? Who was our actual main character? It started with a picture of the little girl, but it ended with a picture of the wolf. I feel like in this version, the wolf is our true main character and the character that learned most from the story. Wonder which version you like best. You'll have to let me know. Maybe you can put a comment below and let me know what you think.